Hello. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. My name is Laura.
Great.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Best way to test my mic. Mother, 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 mother. I say that like 5 or 6 times in the same page. Hello, mother. I was, and then I'm like, mother.
Yeah.
I was like, how was the DIR meeting? Didn't you go to the DIR meeting, mother?
Yeah. Like how many,
Mother,
how
you
many
know
ways
my age.
can you say
Please,
mother?
mother, don't stare at me.
But that one, mother, you know my
Yeah.
age. That one's going to be fun for you to play with.
Yeah.
Okay.
I swear like every other line out of my mouth is mother, though.
You do say it a lot.
I do.
Shot. What? Oh, it was already going prior to yesterday. Oh dear. That's okay. So you'll have to just listen very carefully, because I'm not going to speak very loud.
Of course. Yes.
That's all right. So,
Okay.
here's what I'm thinking. Why don't we just start from the beginning?
Okay.
I won't interrupt and do any start coaching until we get to the second part.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Here, I can handle this actually. This is really cool. Check this out.
We are live. I recorded on that.
Are we ready?
No,
Not
I don't
yet.
think so. Yeah.
You'll announce this soon as he's ready.
Oh, that's what it did. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so you did that. So this is what I want to show you. Okay, good morning. My voice did decide to leave me. So I'll just have to speak quietly. We'll have to kind of listen to that. Yeah, that'd be great.
That's a little out of focus.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing. Is it? I don't think it is. Is it, Brian? Or no?
I think it is. Definitely better. When you move in closer, it gets blurrier. There you go.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry about the delay here. We're going to start off today with actors Aaron and Mary working through an excerpt from The Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams.
Hello, Mother. I was...
Deception? Deception?
How was the DAR meeting? Didn't you go to the DAR meeting, Mother?
No. No. I did not have the strength to go to the DAR. In fact, I did not have the courage. I wanted to find a hole in the ground and hide myself in it forever.
What did you just... Why are you...
What? What? How old are you, Laura?
Mother, you know my age.
I thought you were an adult. Seems I was mistaken.
Please don't stare at me, Mother.
What are we gonna do? What is gonna become of us? What's the future?
Has something happened, Mother? Mother? Has something happened?
I'll be all right in a minute. I'm just bewildered by life.
I wish you would tell me what has happened.
Well, as you know, I was supposed to be inducted into my office at the DAR this afternoon. But I stopped off at Rubicam's Business College. Speak to your teachers about the kind of progress you're making down there, about the cold you've got.
Oh.
I introduced myself to your typing instructor. I introduced myself as your mother. She didn't know who you were. Wingfield, she said. We don't have such student roll in this school. I assured her she did, that you've been going to those classes since early in January. She said, I wonder if you could be talking about that terribly shy little girl who dropped out of school only after a few days' attendance. I said, no. Laura, my daughter's been going to these classes since early in January for 6 weeks. Excuse me, she said. She brought out her attendance book, and there was your name, unmistakably printed. And all the dates you were absent till they decided you dropped out of school. I still said no. There must be some mix-up. There must be some mistake in the records. Oh, no, she said. I remember her perfectly now. Her hands shook so she couldn't hit the right keys. And when we gave her the first speed test, she broke down completely. Was sick at the stomach. Almost had to be carried off into the washroom. And after that day, she never showed up anymore. We phoned the house, never an answer. I suppose I was working at Farmers and Bar, demonstrating. I felt so weak I couldn't keep on my feet. I just sat down till they got me a glass of water. $50 tuition. And all our plans. My hope and ambition for you just went up the spout. Just went right up the spout like that. Ugh.
Oh, what are you doing?
Oh,
Laura, where you been going when you gone on pretending you in business college?
I've just been going out walking.
That's not true.
It is. I just went walking.
Walking in winter, deliberately courting pneumonia in that light coat. Where you been walking to, Laura?
All sorts of places, mostly in the park.
Even after you started catching that cold.
It was the lesser of two evils, Mother. I couldn't go back there. I threw up on the floor.
From 7:30 till after 5 every day. You mean to tell me you walked around the park to make me believe you're still at Rupert Campbell Business College?
Isn't as bad as it sounds. I went inside places to get warm.
Inside where?
I went inside the art museum and the birdhouses at the zoo. I visited the penguins every day. Sometimes I went without lunch and went to the movies instead. Lately, I've been spending my afternoons at the Jewel Box, that glass house where they raise the tropical flowers.
You did all this to deceive me. For deception. Why?
Mother, sometimes when you're upset, you get that awful suffering look like Jesus' mother in the museum.
Hush.
I couldn't face it.
What are we supposed to do for the rest of our lives? Stay home and watch parades go by? Amuse ourselves with glass menageries, darling? It endlessly, eternally play those worn-out phonograph records your father left as a painful reminder of him. Oh no, we won't have business career. We get mad up. Gives us nervous indigestion. What is there left but dependency? All our lives. I know so well what happens to unmarried women when they are not prepared to occupy a position. I have seen such pitiful cases in the South, barely tolerated spinsters, living upon the grudging patronage of a sister husband or brother's wife, stuck away in some little mousetrap room somewhere, encouraged by one in-law to go visit another. Little bird-like women without a nest, eating the crust of humility all their lives. Is that what we mapped out for ourselves? I swear I do not see any other alternative. It isn't a very pleasant alternative, is it? Of course, some girls do marry. Haven't you ever liked some boy?
Yes. I did once. I came across this picture a while ago.
He gave you this picture.
No. It's in the yearbook.
Oh, high school boy.
Yes. His name's Jim. Here he is in the Pirates of Penzance.
The what?
The operetta the senior class puts on. He had a wonderful voice. I sat across from him Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the odd. Oh, and here he is with a silver cup for debating. See his grin?
Must have had a jolly disposition.
He used to call me Blue Roses.
Why would he call you such a name as that?
Well, when I had that attack of pleurosis, he asked me what was the problem when I came back, and I said pleurosis. He thought I said Blue Roses, and so that's what he always called me that after. When he saw me in the hall, he'd holler, "Hello, Blue Roses." Didn't care much for the girl he went out with, though. Emily Meisenbach. She was the best dressed girl at Soldan. She didn't strike me, though, as being sincere. It says in the personal section that they're engaged. That's 6 years ago. Must be married by now.
Girls that aren't cut out for business careers usually wind up married to some nice man. Sister, that's what you'll do.
But, Mother,
Yes.
I'm crippled.
Nonsense, Laura. I told you never, ever to use that word. You are not crippled. You just have some slight defect, hardly noticeable even. When people have some slight disadvantage like that, they cultivate other things. They develop charm and vivacity and charm. That's all you have to do. That's one thing your father he had plenty of was charm. Mm. We'll walk over to you.
No, I just.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Thanks.
How'd that feel?
That was honestly the best time we've ever done it.
My words were a little backward, but I was able to keep going.
And you were amazing.
Well, so were you. I found a lot of new moments in
Yeah.
listening to Laura. Like, oh my God, it's over.
Yeah.
And then that sent me into the fantasy again that I had to go to stay sane. I couldn't keep going and like, I had to bring myself out of that misery and talk about charm and vivacity. It's her drug, the fantasy, the pretending.
Yeah. It was really good, ladies. It was really good. So now I want to let's start by honing in on Laura.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling while you're listening Is it hard for you to stay in it?
Less. It's hard to be sitting in the same spot and stay in it, because it's like almost like if I had the free range without stage directions, I feel like I need to console her and then be like, I'm so sorry, like I didn't, you know when you do we do those Meisner activities.
So the question becomes, why doesn't Laura?
Because she just feels so bad about herself, and
I don't know. I'm questioning that.
We were playing it the other way, how she even possibly gets lost a couple of times while her mother's speaking to her. You know how kids kind of drift off.
Yes.
And
So much like a child who might be handicapped in some way, a child who's been caged has some of the same tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sadness, but there's a beautiful, beautiful representation of innocence when you haven't been tainted by the world. The world is a nasty, horrible place. It's again one of my theories about why childbirth is such an emotional response, because you can feel in that second that the baby comes out that it's pure. It's straight from God. Nothing, not in the doctor's hands. Nothing's touched this baby, and then it gets tainted by the machines and the measuring and all of a sudden the world starts attacking this child. A study has said that the babies who have been abused breathe through their chest, and babies who have not been abused breathe through their diaphragm, through their stomach. It's amazing that our bodies react to those things. So I wrote a question down that I think is the key to taking this the next level. And I think the answer comes from Laura.
Okay.
So, as we would debate her point of view on things, if we want to fall in love with Laura, the same way I forced us to do here yesterday, we go to the innocence. We go to the child. We go to, she doesn't know what she doesn't know. And she's pretty used to this. This is not new behavior for her mother. Her mother flies off the handle all the time. So the big question I have written down, how can we make this scene funny? And it is. Throughout, not just at the end. It's funny. Little things are funny. She's obvious, and then you ask a question that no one would ask because it's obvious. So we go,
Even didn't you go to the DAR?
of course, right. I'm not there, am I? Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
But you're asking like a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
With
Okay.
Mommy, didn't you?
That's right. It's almost like it's like lying, straight-faced, you know. And I think what you thought of with the wandering, I think yes.
Okay.
That will be the answer to help you be there while she's doing what she's doing. And then for Amanda, I think what would be helpful would be to bring down some of the drama
Okay.
most of the time,
Most of the time.
so that when you bring it up, you you can play it
And it
in
barrels
moments
in. Okay.
that she's not trying to be funny, but it will become funny because it's obvious that you're overplaying something.
Mm-hmm.
After our talk yesterday, I did a little research this morning, and most people play it with everybody's got an accent
Okay.
that they're all from Mississippi, and they're living in
An
absolute
apartment.
poverty, like
Crummy
just
little apartment.
just real poverty.
Mhm.
Okay. Interestingly, controversially, a few years back, Sally Field played no accent. And it was controversial and memorable, and who knows? And then some people have said it's written in here where she puts on the accent and that she doesn't have one some of the times. And this isn't one of the places she has the accent.
Oh. In scene 2, she doesn't have an accent?
Well, it's not written, because in some places it's written with,
Gentleman caller and
yeah,
all
right,
that.
right, yeah. And you see the
And so she starts to drop and become from Ohio again.
she
when she's
starts,
real.
yeah, she goes into her memory, and her memory is this thing, and she just like,
See, now that is deep, and I love it.
yeah.
Okay.
And so what's fun
That's
about
gonna
it
be a challenge.
is it's a great piece of work
Yeah.
that we could take a bunch of different ways, and we can see with the tools we have and what do we want to bring to it. And we can learn from what everybody has said and thought and whatever, and just use your instruments. But that's why I think if you bring, even if you keep the accent, if you bring the dramatization way down,
Okay.
we can
Maybe bring it up when she's talking about the bitch that at the school that couldn't wait to tell her.
moments,
Yeah.
little phrases
things.
here and there where
Okay.
she could do what she wants to do.
Even
More
a charm
color.
paragraph when you're like charm. Yeah, bring it back up.
Because I think we can also, by doing that, we can cut out some of the fat, which is what some of the
A lot of-
silences that
lot of
don't need to
sil-
be
yeah.
there. And there are many silences, but they add up.
Okay. Lots of beats. I have so much work to do.
Well, we're going to do it now. I want to do it again. I don't want to be done.
Do
you
we
want-
have time?
Yeah, we got
Oh.
time. Hold on. So I want to make sure we're clear on the direction.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll go slow when you're told to. And other than that, we're going to kind of get through it.
Okay.
Then things that are obvious, you're going to just be in la la land.
Okay.
So I'm thinking like, and you're shaky, yeah, and like this and that, but that's kind of like your disposition in some ways. And there'll be times when you realize like you don't even know for sure if she's mad at you or if she's just mad today.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know for sure if she caught you on the not doing the typewriter. Therefore, you could be surprised, legitimately surprised when she tears the thing.
Okay.
And if you can internalize more of your hurt instead of externalizing it,
Okay.
you can get through it quicker and be much more subtle so that we pick up on it and she doesn't. And there was some of that, and I want more of it. More of we get to see what you're thinking and feeling, but she doesn't sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you got up first and then had a reaction that she doesn't get to see, you're letting us in on how you're feeling, and it'll be funny because we know she's clueless. What was the other thing? I wanted to say one more thing. Oh yeah. Some of your physicalizations, I hope we caught it on camera. We don't know with angles, but some of your physicalizations as Amanda were masterful.
Which ones?
I don't want you to repeat them.
Okay.
They were guttural is why. It was a guttural thing, and it came from and it just like You added something with the emotion. And it was a master class in how you should physicalize, not fake, not forced. So if I told you, you'd try to repeat it, and I don't want you to do that. But I just want you to know, well done. And also the, and this is a testament to consonants, but the way you said crust, hilarious, and wonderful, and great. And that's another thing that you can use in your arsenal of when you want to be extra serious or poignant or whatever. We'll probably find it funny. You're not trying to be funny. You're trying to make this twit understand.
You want to eat crust?
It's like, you don't even tell her about the brassieres. You're feeling it, but like she doesn't. It's not registering to her. It registers to us. We feel for you. I feel for you specifically. She doesn't. If she did,
Probably doesn't even know.
if she did, she wouldn't do it because she's not a bad person.
Right.
The same way you're not a bad person. But you know that. You know that of her.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you just can't. You hit the breaking point where it's like you just let her have it even though you know she can't really comprehend. What happens when she says women who are not cut out for business?
She's talking about herself.
Yeah, but where does she get the idea for her?
Well, she's going to end up just like me,
Yeah,
if we're not worse.
yeah, and I think you played it. This is another one of those moments to make sure that if it's seen that we see it, she doesn't, and trust the audience, trust us that we can read your thoughts. So you don't have to add something.
I don't have to be at her like that.
Or you don't have to like add something.
Oh, okay.
If you think it, we'll know you think it, and because we see it and we know she doesn't, we'll find it interesting. So it was the moment in when she said, one time, and you did appropriately think, wait a minute. I thought that option was off the table. I thought you didn't even. I thought you were such a little lamb that you never even
thought about it.
Thought about boys and never could and never would, and you're just so. I was trying to give you this other thing. Holy shit!
So
we got another
We have
lane.
an option.
Tell me about this boy. And then again, the funny is like he couldn't be worse.
Yeah.
High school, God. Okay.
Already married, probably.
Right.
And the star of the everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you've way out of her league.
But then it's like, it's settled, the dust settles, and you think, well, if she could have been interested once, she could be interested again.
She just needs charm.
That's right. And so when you internalize it, so it's the difference of, she says, I was once. What was that? Or, I was once.
Here comes a new train.
You don't need that. You don't need the big. You just need the internal thought.
Okay.
That's all you need. I was once. You just go, wait, what? That's all you need, not more.
Okay.
Let's go again.
Do you need help with that?
Oh yeah, that looks better there.
Yeah.
And remember, we want to earn our silences.
Okay.
We want to earn them so the rest of it cooks.
Hello, Mother. I was...
Deception? Deception?
Go back. Give me way less.
Even less?
Yeah,
Okay.
just very subtle.
Okay.
We'll just go right from your entrance.
Hello, Mother. I was...
Deception? Deception?
How was the DAR meeting? Didn't you go to the DAR meeting, Mother?
No. I did not have the strength to go to the DAR. In fact, I did not have the courage.
Less. Do it again.
I did not have the strength to go to the DAR. In fact, I did not have the courage. I want to find a hole in the ground somewhere and put myself in it forever.
Be gentle here, gentle. Yeah, gentle, just gentle.
What did you just... Why are you...
Why?
No, less.
Why? What? How old are you, Laura?
Mother, you know my age.
I thought you're an adult. Seems I was mistaken.
Please don't stare at me, Mother.
What are
Go
we
back,
gonna...
go back. Now, it's 10 seconds,
All right. That seemed like 5 minutes.
right? But 10 seconds, why is that funny? That's the question we're asking, and then you listen to our responses.
Okay.
Why is it 10? It's just 10,
Why is it 10?
just 10 seconds of awkward.
Okay.
And she's got to deal with it. So it's not about you, it's about
Can
her.
I look at her to see if she's looking?
No, because it says you close your eyes and
Yeah.
it's 10 seconds. So what's funny is actually her probably waiting, like, are you going to do anything? Did you fall asleep? Like, I don't know.
So we're watching you then. Yay.
Yay. That's right.
Okay.
Do you want to go from please don't stare at me?
No, right here,
Or
right
just
here.
from-
This is
just from-
exceptional. You feel the difference, right?
Yeah.
Go. Start over. Start over. Nothing. She should be thinking, are you dead? She's not sure.
What are we gonna do? What is going to become of us?
Good.
What is the future?
Less.
What is the future?
Has something happened, Mother?
Clip through it.
Mother, has something happened?
I'll be all right in a minute. I'm just bewildered by life.
I wish you would tell me what has happened.
As you know, I was supposed to go to the DAR and be ducked in my office this afternoon. I stopped off at Ruby Camp's Business College on the way there. Speak to your teachers about you having a cold. Ask them about the kind of progress you're making down there.
Oh.
Let's do this. Yeah, that's great. Okay, now I want to free you up. Now that you've brought her down, I want to free you up to check in when you want to.
Okay.
But then you can go away again. So when you check in, it's just to land an idea, on the twit to make sure she gets it.
Like, are you still there?
Or just, you get what I'm saying, and then if she gets it, and then you don't have to keep staring at her anymore.
Okay. As you know, I was supposed to go be inducted in my office this afternoon at DAR. But I stopped off at Ruby Camp's Business College. Speak to your teachers about your having a cold. Talking about the kind of progress they thought you were making down there.
Oh.
Yeah,
wait.
good. So when you look, I'm thinking you're probably gonna have to stay until she says "oh," and then you go back.
Okay. Talk about the kind of progress they thought you were making down there.
Start it over. Start over. When you decide that, what I'm saying is when you decide to look, stay
And then,
until she says "oh," and then away. And I think we'll earn a laugh.
as you know, I was supposed to go. As you know, I was supposed to be inducted into my office today at the DAR. But I stopped off at Ruby Camp's Business College, speak to them about the cold you've got, and ask them about the kind of progress they thought you're making down there.
Oh.
Okay, let's go again.
I did that wrong.
Yeah.
Ask them about the kind of progress you're making down there.
So, but what I'm saying is you can look earlier. Just when you look, stay.
Okay.
Stay
Misunderstood.
until she says "oh."
And then, okay.
And then it's like, that's right. And then you can go back. And then whenever you want to play that game, you can.
Okay. As you know, I was supposed to be inducted into my office at the DAR this afternoon. But I stopped off at Ruby Camp's Business College, speak to them about your having a cold, ask them about the kind of progress they thought you were making down there.
Oh.
I went to the typing instructor.
Good again. We got less of a laugh because you looked away.
Oh, so keep looking at her?
You won't look away till she releases you.
Okay.
Talk about the kind of progress you were making down there.
Oh.
I went to the typing instructor, introduced myself as your mother. She didn't know who you were. Wingfield, she said. We don't have any such student enrolled in this school.
Good. Now let's do a better.
Less?
No, more. But let's do a better impersonation of the
her?
girl. And how do you feel about her, whatever
I
she
can't
is?
stand her.
Who is she? What does she look
She's
like?
in charge of the school.
But what does she
She's
look like?
got me by the... Oh, she's physically probably... I don't want to be derogatory, but
Is she pretty?
tries. She tries.
Blonde?
No, dark.
Dark hair?
Super... shows herself off, you know,
Mhm.
like a nice figure.
Yeah.
Probably has many gentlemen callers.
Thinks she's better than
Everybody.
everybody.
Better than me. That
So
my
now-
little daughter doesn't even
So
show
now
up.
play her. Every time you go to her, play her. And then you got to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wingfield, she says.
I'm sorry. And play you talking to her in your mind.
Right.
You're the most gracious, wonderful person who ever talked to anybody.
Introduced myself. Okay. I went to the typing instructor. Introduced myself as your mother. She didn't know who you were. Wingfield, she said. We don't have any such student enrolled in this school. I assured her she did. That you'd been attending that school since early in January. Oh, she said, I wonder if you could be talking about that terribly shy little girl who dropped out of school only after a few days' attendance. I said, no. Laura, my daughter has been going to this school every day for the past 6 weeks. Oh, excuse me, she said. She brought out the attendance book. And there was your name. Unmistakably printed. And all the dates you were absent till she decided you dropped out of school. I still said no. There must be some mix-up. There must be some mistake in the records. She said, No, she said, I remember perfectly now. Her hand shook so she couldn't hit the right keys. Oh, when we gave her the first speed test, she broke down completely. Was sick at the stomach. Almost had to be carried to the washroom. After that day, she didn't show up anymore. We phoned the house. Never an answer. I must have been working at Farmer's Bar, demonstrating. I felt so weak I couldn't keep on my feet. I had to sit down till they brought me a glass of water. $50 tuition. All our plans. My hopes and ambition for you just went right up the spout. Just went right up the spout. What are you doing?
Oh.
Laura, where you been going?
So this would be a good moment to end on. Let's see. That's funny.
It was totally different.
Well, no. This moment, that was amazing.
this was-
that was amazing.
oh.
We'll talk about that in a minute. This one moment is funny.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like-
why is it not?
Are you that nuts?
I think you're missing the pause.
Mm-hmm.
You're missing the timing.
Okay.
You've probably got to look away. She starts to move. You'll get curious, and then it's like, after all that I just said, what's her? She's winding. She's turning on the music. So you have to wait till you feel like it might be safe.
Okay. Give it enough time to kind of be like, okay, this is done. I'm going to go turn on the music.
Right, because we're all gonna be thinking, what the hell is she doing? And then she's gonna say the line.
Okay.
$50 tuition. And all our plans, my hopes and ambition for you just went right up the spout. Just went right up the spout like that.
Wait. Sneak. Don't catch her yet. Don't catch her yet. Go behind, Laura. Go behind.
Behind.
Because there's like a winding thing. Now notice.
What are you doing?
Oh.
Do that again. Not pa 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 pa.
Like,
Just look
okay,
at her and just add
what are you doing?
less.
What are you doing?
Yeah, that's there's the laugh. That's the laugh.
What are you doing?
Isn't that amazing? Isn't it amazing? Let's grab our 2 chairs and we'll talk.
Thank you.
Thanks. I'm sorry, Brian. This dropped a couple times.
What's that?
This dropped a couple times. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I was listening. It was
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Okay.
He's got one good ear, so.
Yeah, it's true.
So if he could hear you, we're good.
If I could, yeah.
All right. Let's chat. How you feeling?
Feeling good. I'm excited to play with it being more funny,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, for hopefully 3 months from now.
Yeah. That's the idea. That's the idea. We don't ever get to finish these plays. We just retire them. We retire them. And you may put it up, and we would love to host that. We've got a Lighthouse Theater that would love to be a part of that.
Wouldn't that be fun?
It would be fun. It would be amazing. But what I mean is you retire it because you'll change and grow, as we've talked about. And there may come a time that you want to come back to it.
Oh, we don't keep working on it for the next.
No, you do. You're
Okay.
going to keep working on it, maybe 2-3 sessions, and then
Okay.
what I'm saying is then we'll put it aside and we'll start a new challenge.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's just to the side, and it's something that you may come back to later. You may be interested to tackle it again for some reason. We don't know. Because these plays they're supposed to teach us something, and we're supposed to grow and develop as people from them. And it's like, what was I supposed to get from this play? My feeling are these plays choose you, because I don't choose who's in the class. People audition, we let in who's in, but it's whoever decided to try to get in. And then I'm taking you and trying to mix and match you with puzzle pieces. And think about the miracle that had to happen for you to be here and you to be here and be here at the same time in your lives, and then have me just decide this puzzle piece belongs here. It's a miracle. Therefore, we ask ourselves, what was in store for me? You know, what did I get to get from this? The two of you are wonderful actors. It's fun for me to get to work with pros, because I said it from the beginning that you did the work. And then I just cut into you on the first day, but it was because you had earned it. And we got to, you know, maneuver, and then you brought me something new on day 2, and then you're able to take direction, which means you did the work correctly. If you didn't do the work correctly, when I tried to play, you would lose it because you've memorized it with all the wrong bad habits, and you didn't do that. So wonderful. It was very fun and exceptional, and I'm curious now to hear your thoughts about your first master class, you know, how you're feeling in the process and what this was like for you. So either of you can go first.
Well, I like day 2 much better. And I love Porce finding, because she was just so much more human with your direction. And I just loved her even more.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to explore, as like, even when I go through my day, I think about her and what she might think, and it's just so much fun. And you brought that to life to me again. It's been many years since I've acted. I've taken a huge hiatus, and I'm just so thrilled to be here, to be in this master class, to meet you and have your direction. And I love the Picayune, because I can easily skate, you know, and I don't want to skate anymore. And one of the reasons I love this play is you really can't skate with her or with Laura either. And Tom, I mean, all the characters. I didn't know what to expect from MasterClass. I love it. I didn't know, I thought it was just this weekend. I didn't know we were coming back again. And I'm excited. It's just, I couldn't be more pleased. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
It's actually wonderful to pick up a script again and just go at it. I feel like I do it a lot of films now, and so it's very film acting, and it's nice to be performing in front of a crowd again and have to project again and have to take those things into consideration and just be all in the moment for a longer period of time. And it's just super fun to come back to roots. And then also with this class, it just has opened my mind to so many different possibilities and options and different things that I can throw into my acting. And even just watching other people's performances, just learning from them and throwing that into my acting. And I just feel like it's a really good toolbox that I can just eventually like open up and be like, oh, this is nice, I'll use this here, I'll use this here. But honestly, your studio has always been absolutely amazing with helping me so much. I've seen such an improvement from my acting since when I first came here. And I thought when I first came here, I was like, okay, I'm ready to just practice and kind of keep on the same level. But I've really just gone like shooting up because of you and Brian and all of the amazing people here at Deering. So yeah, I just want to thank you so much for that.
You're welcome. I'm very happy for you. I hope I sparked, or this class sparked something, because you must continue acting. No more hiatus, please.
Okay.
You're fantastic. And something happens to those who choose it. And you said something profound, which was, A, you wanted to keep working on this. B, you're hungry for the critique, hungry to not skate. And it's funny because when people get good, that's when they want the critique. They seek the critique. When you're immature and you're just not at a place yet, you just seek approval.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm always trying to help people get to this mindset, because this mindset is where you want to live, is in that place of just hunger. Yeah, I see very, very good, happy things coming for the both of you. And remember, film acting is not different. So what you're learning here, you must apply there.
Yeah.
Just because everyone there has bad habits, and just because everyone else and the director doesn't know what he doesn't know, you come in and just light up the screen. And you can start looking for these little tiny ways of making the scene pop, just like we did. And it's like, oh, we went from okay to like pretty good to better to like, whoa, this thing is dazzling. And I'm gonna tell you, in most community theaters across the planet, they never hit this level that you just hit, ever. With this play or anything. It's true, they don't. Most people can't see it. It's hard to see. I'm not saying it's their fault. It's hard to see, how could it possibly be funny? It's so dramatic. How could it possibly be funny? It wouldn't be a great piece of work if it wasn't laugh, 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 and then you make us cry. And then laugh, 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 you make us cry. So then our job is like, God, I don't know how this is funny. I don't know why I have to sit here. It's so awkward to walk to the, okay, let's figure it out together. That's the goal. And when you don't have other people directing you in this way, it's your job to do it for yourself and or get coaching to go, all right, let's dig into this thing. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm memorized, I'm ready, and whatever, but like, I don't want to just be average on anything I do. Even if the production is average, mm-hmm. you be the highlight. Okay. Your one little role be the highlight. Someone was showing me an actress that I was having a private lesson, and I'm like, who are you? And she showed me this girl was CC from New Girl. I don't know, whoever that actress is, and this girl looks like her. And she's like, she'd be the one that people say. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. So I pull up her IMDb and go down the list to the bottom, and she's got uncredited, hot girl number 2.
Hooker with a heart.
Yeah, everybody is, working and hopefully getting better. The ones that are getting better, eventually the opportunity comes and they're ready. We want to take ourselves out of the mindset of, once the opportunity comes, I'll work my butt off. No. So then it's like, how do we take this weekend of work and focus and passion and let some of it, let 10% of it continue in your daily life? So you're not just like waiting and then 2 weeks before MASTERCLASS, hey, let's pick it up again. Yeah. It should be like tonight and tomorrow, like, let me just study a little bit. And again, you do what I do, and you grab a magnifying glass, and you're like, I wonder